This conference will now be recorded.
Hi team, good morning. Could you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Yes.
Okay, so let's start today's session. So yesterday we were saying what is numbers, what all the number data types, integer and float, and what is the difference between integer float. And we also saw some mathematical operation. So today we will be seeing some comparison operators in Python. Okay, so anybody has any idea what is comparison operators and what are they?
Oh, the greater than, less than those,
Mm-hmm.
and equal to, equal, double equal to, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so equal to becomes assignment operator, which is used to assign value to the
Okay.
variable, right? So that's why equal to is not used in a comparison operator.
Hmm.
But to do this, to do the work of equal to, we have double equal to. So right, yeah, we have few comparison operators. One is double equal to, and another is not equal to, then greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to. So what comparison operator does is it will compare the left and right operands. So this is operator. What we have on the left side of this operator and right side of this operators are called operands. It nothing but the variable. It would be either variable or value, right? So it compares the values of the variable or the direct values, and it provides output in the form of Boolean. So it will always give either true or false. Okay. So the output of comparison operator will always be true or false. Let's see that. So now let me create few variables and assign some value to it. A is equal to by, b equal to 6. So now I wanted to compare if a is equal to b. So what would be the output of this expression?
False.
I want to compare a not equal to 6. What would be the output?
True. True.
A greater than b.
False. False.
A less than b.
True.
Okay. So now I'm going to do double operation. One is e greater than equal to or equal to greater than. Okay. So a equal to or greater than 5.
True.
True.
Okay. Technique, I mean, logically it is true, but technically it is going to give us error. So in Python, we can only give greater than then equal to. We cannot give equal to greater than. Okay. So we are telling either a is greater than or equal to 5. So let me put it in this way. A greater than equal to 5, which is true. And a less than equal to b. What would be the output?
True.
Cool. So now we are clear with the comparison operators. Now we are going to see some chained comparison operator. An interesting feature in Python is the ability to chain multiple comparison to perform a more complex test. Okay, to see a chained operators, we should also know the other two important statements in Python, that is and or. Okay, so and is used to make sure two checks have to be true in order for the total check to be true. So if there are two check, both should be true, only then the total check is true. Okay, but with or operator we need only one or the other to be true, then the output would be true. If either one is true, the output is true in case of or. And means both A and B should be true. Okay, so now let me show in comparison in using Boolean only. Okay, so true and true is true. Okay,
Oh, is it just
and
and letters and A and E?
yeah, the
Okay.
operator is just and or. So like
Okay.
how we use greater than, we use and or. So
Can
true and
you?
true.
I
Mhm.
want to do that.
Okay, so true and true is true. True and false is false. Okay, false and true is also false. True or true is true. Is also true. True. When you have, sorry, typo. When both of the expression is false, then or will give you false. Okay, so it's
Do
very
we have
simple.
XOR
Mhm.
also? XOR
Sorry,
operation?
no, we do not have that.
Okay.
So in case of and, if both are true, the output is true. Otherwise, everywhere the output is false. Okay, everywhere you will see only false. In case of or, if both are false, output is false. Otherwise, everywhere you will see true. Fine. So let me do like this. Anyone has any idea? What would be the output?
True.
So probably you are typing in your terminal and giving me the output, is it?
No, no, no. I just guessed it.
No, cool. That's also okay. So okay. So now we have two expression. One is 1 less than 2 and the other is 2 less than 3. What would be the output here?
True and true, true.
Okay.
True.
Here.
False.
False.
This one.
True.
Now.
False.
Here.
False. It's an OR operation.
So here, yeah, so here this one is true, so the output is true.
How did you get 1 less than 2 less than 3 as true? Can you explain this?
So we are here, we are doing 1 is less than 2, which is true, and 2 is also less than 3, which is also true. So it's kind of doing two operation. Both are true, so we are getting the output as true.
But we never gave it command like and, right?
Yeah, but we are doing two things. So here hand is not coming, only the chained operation of comparison operator. And here we started doing and. We can also do like this. You can try few expression where you can give multiple operators.
So when there is nothing between the three integers, it means it's an and, right?
Yeah, so it evaluates from, no, it's not like that. So it evaluates from the left side. So 1 less than 2, the output would be true. Okay, and the answer is 2 here. It will replace 1 less than 2. And then here it evaluates 2 less than 3. Again, it's true. True, true, it's true. Something like that. Yeah,
Okay, so what if
kind
the
of,
second part
yeah,
is
kind of we have and here. We can try few more. You can try multiple different values here to understand what is
what
the
if the
output.
second part is false, like 1 less than 2 less than 1.5 or something like that?
So let me give like this: 1 greater than 2, which is false, and 2 less than 3, which is true. False, true, which is false.
Yeah, got it.
Mhm. Okay. And we have logical operators. So which is these are called logical operators, the and. So these are called comparison operators. In and or, apart from and or, we have one more operator which is called not. Not is similar to this. So not is similar to this, not equal to. Okay. This actually not equal to takes two operators, two operands. One is on the left and other is on the right, right? But not only takes one operand. Let me show the difference. 5 not equal to 10. So the answer is true because it's really not equal to 10. 5 not equal to 5. It's going to give false. Okay. But not is like this, not 5 equal to 10. So it is going to give me the opposite. So 5 equal to 10, 5 equal to 10 is going to give me false, right? Not of false is true. So it negates the output. It makes the output in an opposite way. So here, this gives me false. Not of false is true.
So it's not the exclamation mark outside. You should write NOT.
Yeah.
Okay. If it is numbers, directly comparison with numbers, then it is not exclamation.
Yeah. Any expression, if you want to tell that you have to give me the opposite, then it is false.
Now, can we also do not of 5 equal to 5? That will also be the same, right?
Mm-hmm. So this is all we have in the comparison operators. We saw comparison and logical operator and also chained comparison. So now let's see more on the Boolean. So we already saw true and false are Boolean, and it is case sensitive. So the first character should be capital and the remaining are small. And let's see some example here. I'm giving a equal to true. Okay, I'm giving a equal to true. So it's going to give me error because it doesn't understand what is true. It cannot take it as a string as well because we are not giving in the quotation. Okay, so it is suggesting, did you mean true? Okay, and so we will see the same error here again. So when Boolean comes in places, whenever there is a comparison, we create Boolean, right? Whenever you do comparison, the output is Boolean, and if you save it to some way, you're nothing but creating a Boolean, correct? And we have something called none. So yesterday there was a question that if Python has null, so the equivalent of null is none. Other languages have null, but we have none in Python. So now we have a variable a equal to true, correct? Let me, so it is telling this particular variable type is Boolean, correct? Similarly, I'm going to use none. So let me give a equal to. When you don't give anything inside the string, it's called none. So I wanted a variable. I know it's a string, but I do not have any value now. So I'm giving I'm giving none. I'm using none as a placeholder. I'm telling create a container for me, and the label of the container is a. But now I do not have anything to store inside it. Later I will put some value into it. So here I'm using none. So here you see it is telling a is a string. So now I'm going to give none. Now you will see a is equal to none type. And let me print a. It is going to give me none.
So this none type can have any kind of variable like string or integer or anything, or is it only string?
Now, so this is string and this is
Yeah, the
none.
first
There are
part is only string.
yeah, this is string and this is none. So we are telling there is no value. This is commonly used to signify there is no value and nothing inside that particular variable. So when you have a situation where you have no value, you do not know whether it is a string or in integer, you have no idea, then you give none and you create a variable.
And later that uh, a can fill in as integer or float, right?
Yeah, true.
Okay, thank you.
So it is none is used as a default argument in function to signify that the variable hasn't been assigned. Okay, and there is a lack of value. We do not have any value right now. So you will understand more when we see some functions. We will understand why we have none and where all you can use none. But for now, you have to understand that this is case sensitive and this is of type none. You can assign some none to a variable. Okay. So actually we saw what is variable and how to assign value to a variable and how to assign string, float, and integer, and also we were assigning Boolean value to a variable, right? And we initially assigned, then we modified, right? So yesterday I was showing like this age equal to 10. So what would be the output of age now?
11.
Okay, so there is a shortcut to do this. If you have age equal to age plus 1, you can give age plus equal to 1, which is nothing but age equal to age plus 1. We can use this as a short form. Now you will see the value as 12. So commonly we use this instead of using this expression. We use this. If you want to increment the same variable, we can do this. Similarly, I can now the value of the height is 6. Any doubt?
There is something like plus plus also, right? Like age plus plus, that is also there here.
I do not have that.
Okay.
So we also saw how to assign multiple variable. A comma b is equal to 10 comma 5. Now a is 10 and b is 5, but you cannot do like this: a equal to 10, b equal to 5. This would not work. This would give you an error. So it is considering there are two expression, and in between it is expecting some comparison operator. It is thinking it as a chain comparison. So you can do like this: if you want to assign multiple value to a variable in a single line, this would work. So here what we did is called shorthand. Instead of doing this, we are doing like this, and it is also called compound assignment. And so we have this is called variable, right? We have multiple variable. I have created age, height. So there are some naming convention. Yesterday there was this question: what is the case we give? So variable is case sensitive. If I created age all using small, I cannot expect output for this. So there is no such variable in the memory. I cannot expect variable value for this, but this will have value. So we have three main naming convention. It's a naming convention is nothing but rules we have to create a variable name, but it's not that it is going to give you an error if you don't follow that, but it's always suggested to go this way. So the first one is it's called snake case. Snake case means if you have a variable name, you want to um, you want multiple words inside the variable name, then you have to separate the word using this, like this underscore. Okay, so you have multiple words to create a variable name. I use like this. And another is called camel case. So you start with lower letter, the first word, and the second word you start with a cap, so that I will know these are two different words. While reading I will understand. And So we have some variable in Python which will start with a double underscore, something like init main. Um, that I will explain later, but we can also write like this, do not touch. Here you see double underscore is there. We are telling that somebody shouldn't modify that particular piece of code. So whenever I wanted to do that, I can use this double underscore. Okay, but
What if
apart
they
from the
touch it?
I mean, something is going to fail if because you are expecting you know that if we modify something in that particular snippet, something is going to fail. So that's why you are alerting the remaining developers, because one piece of code which is created by you is not only maintained by you, other people also edit it and modify it to develop their feature. So it's kind of you are passing the information, because
Okay.
whenever you create such piece of code, you cannot arrange a meeting and explain that nobody should touch it, right? It's not possible. So you write a comment, you write like this so they understand, like how we write comments. So okay, comments I haven't shown what is comments, we'll see that. But so this is how you create a variable name. Snake case and camel case usually in the programming world, but there are few restriction we have in naming the variable. Let's see that. Okay, so the variable must start with letter or underscore. So cat equal to, this is okay. Okay, I can use underscore. Cat is okay. Cat is okay. This is all okay. Okay, but you're not supposed to create like this. So you see here, I see a syntax error. You're not supposed to, the start of the variable shouldn't be a number. It can be either underscore or variable. You can do like this, cat equal to 9. It's fine, but the starting shouldn't be a number. Okay. So
Can it
I'm
be
just,
special characters?
Okay.
sorry.
Can it be special characters
Yeah,
like
yeah,
for
we will see that. Yeah. So the first condition is the first character can be underscore or character. The remaining, after the first character, remaining can be anything. You can have letter, number, underscore, but you can't use any symbol other than underscore. Okay, only underscore is allowed in variable. So
Can the
I will
variable be
say,
only number? Like number not followed by anything else, only a number?
no, you can use cat to
No, I mean
dog.
245. Can it be a variable? Can't be, right?
No, because anyway you're starting it with 2. You cannot start a variable name with 2, right?
It's only two. That's what Ashlim is asking. It's only two.
No, you cannot have the starting of the variable name as number.
We started with 2 cat, right? So the starting
So
is.
that's why we saw error.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, you
Sorry, I missed
can
that.
have, okay, you can have only underscore or variable. I mean underscore or letter. You cannot start your variable with anything else.
Oh, okay.
But you can start with underscore, you can start with character, but later on you can add number. Later on you can have multiple underscore also. Later on you can have number, but you cannot start with a number. And
Okay.
no special character is allowed inside a variable name apart from underscore.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So let me create like this, cat2 is equal to 5. It's going to give me an error. And names are case sensitive. As I said, cats not equal to cats. Okay, they are not equal. They are different for Python. And there can be no space inside a variable name. So if you want to, if you have a variable name like cat. I cannot do like this, but I can do this, or I can do this. Okay, I can also do this, but people who read is while reading it would be very difficult to understand how many words are there inside it. That's why we go for this camel case or the underscore. Okay, to separate two different words, but you cannot have a space between two different words to form a variable. This is not allowed.
So generally, what do they follow? Underscore or camel case or both?
Camel case, yeah. So
Yeah.
it will be like to cat. This is camel case, and you can go for this or this. This is called a snake case. This is called camel case.
No, but generally they follow camel case only, I guess, right?
Yeah. Generally we follow camel case, but both are allowed. It depends on the developer, but both are allowed. And you cannot use built-in keywords like print is a built-in keyword in Python, right? We are using print to print something. So I can use print to print the output of the variable, the value of the variable, but I cannot use print as a variable, okay? But it's still letting me to assign, but it's not allowed actually. We shouldn't be avoid using Python built-in keyword. There are other keywords we will be seeing all the other keywords starting from tomorrow to understand the built-in method, built-in function, and the other functions available inside Python. Print is nothing but one of the built-in function. So avoid using any of the built-in keyword or function. For example, string, the built-in keyword is str. Avoid using str. Okay. So it's not good to have. It will create a confusion when others read your code. And there is one more thing. Avoid using uppercase O or uppercase I, because here there will be a confusion. So here it's clearly telling it's capital I, but when I write here, it will in Python, it will be like L. You will be confused whether it is I or L. Okay. In some notepad, you will see only it will look like a small L. The capital I will look like small L. So avoid using. They are like very difficult for others to understand. So capital O is confused with 0, so don't use that. And it's always a best practice to use lowercase. We do not create any variable with all caps. So then we cannot use any reserved keyword as a variable. You cannot. There is a keyword called class. So when you use reserved keyword, it is going to give you an error. But when you use inbuilt function, it is not going to give, but you should be avoiding using all those things. Okay, so these are the naming restriction and the convention we have in variables. Got it? Shall we move to the next topic?
Yeah.
Okay. So next what we are going to say is comments. So commands is when you want to tell something to other, you use commands, because when somebody reads your code, it is full of logic. You are assigning something, you are reassigning something, you are taking value, and you are manipulating the value. So it will be little difficult for others to understand, because there will be like 10,000 lines of code. They will have to struggle a little to understand all those 10,000 lines, but they are interested in only one function of your code. So it is always recommended to write some commands, and so we go for commands to inform the other developer that something is so this piece of code, the following 10 line does this for this purpose. So you can have something like that. So the command will start with a hash because why we are having hashes. So you are typing something, the following. So I'm writing this comments, okay? The following class is used to create an API for account fetch. So they know that this is for account API, but the Python shouldn't compile this line because I do not want the Python to compile because it has no meaning to Python, but it has meaning to, for my fellow developer. So I use hash. So what Python does is it avoids everything which is in starting with hash. So when you put hash in the beginning of a statement, it's called comment. Okay, and we generally use comment for two purposes. One is 1 minute. Give me a minute. Sorry. So we use commands in two different purposes. One is when I want to convey something to my developers to understand, and second is I have written a logic, but I feel that the logic is no more needed. I want to change a little. I want to tweak a little inside the logic. There is a new enhancement which is telling you have to change this particular code, but instead of deleting everything and writing a new, what I can do, I can comment that particular logic. I can comment and I can write below. I can also tell that uh, because of the change in the feature, the above lines are commented out. So the below lines will be used. You can mention, and if you want to change the logic, you want to, you want some logic not to be run, then you can comment it out. Instead of deleting and rewriting, it's very simple to comment it out. For example, I have a function which is generating 10-digit number, which should be unique every time. Okay, I have written a logic. And now they have changed the logic. They are telling the 10-digit number shouldn't be, it shouldn't be a 10-digit random number. It should be 10-digit alphanumeric. They have made a change in the functionality. So now I can comment the original line and I can rewrite another line. It's just a copy paste and you can modify it. Okay, so whenever there is when you want to go back to all 10-digit number, you can just switch. You can comment the latest code and you can uncomment the old code. So this is ash is for single line. If you are writing a paragraph or if you have a 10 line of code and you want to comment everything, you will be using you will be using 3 single quotes from the start to the end. So all this between these 3 single quotes will be commented out. Let me show in VS Code. So this is one of my old code. So here you see I have commented everything. So whenever I do not want something to be printed, I'm commenting out and I'm rewriting. Otherwise, instead of using ash, what I can do is, so how did I do this? Okay, let me comment this. So if I have to comment one single line, I have to keep my cursor here and I have to press Control slash. Control slash will comment. Again, if there is This is all commented, right? Again, I'm going to select and give control slash, everything will be uncommented. That's why you see hash everywhere, because I'm commenting like this. But otherwise, you can do this way also. Control slash. I can use single quotes. You see the color is changed. So it's telling that this all is commented. When you comment, automatically it will indicate that this is a comment with a change in the color. Got it?
Yeah.
So when I uncomment this, Python will execute this. When I comment this and I have this uncommented, Python will execute this alone. So that's all about comments. So the next is data types. We have seen data types like Boolean, integer, float, and string. And we also have other data types like list, dictionary, tuple, and set, which will be covered later. But the basic thing you have to understand is Boolean, integer, float, and string to start with the basic programming, basic coding. And I have missed to tell one thing. Okay. So we have seen none. So there is something called dynamic typing. Typing means type, data type. Okay. So Python is highly flexible about reassigning variables to a different type. Okay. Because when you create a variable, you are not telling that this particular variable is a string. You are never mentioning, you are never restricting that particular variable to be a string. But whenever you assign some value to it, Python automatically understand that it's a string. Okay. So when I give here the type is string. Now what I can do is a is equal to none. I'm just reassigning. I'm giving a different value, but the value is of different type. I can do that. It is going to give me none type. So based on what you put inside that variable, it becomes that data type. Okay, now it is integer. So you can change the type. You can change the type readily, and Python is very flexible in assigning data types. It automatically understands the value and assign a data type. But in other language, it's very different. It's like statically typed. You have to inform, and you cannot change the type of any variable. And if I want to write a variable, I want to create a variable, I want to assign a line to it. So string one, here what I'm doing. Okay. And I can do so we can use double and single quotes to create a string, but if you're starting with single, you have to end with single, and both string 1 and string 2 are going to give me the same output. There is no difference in this. Okay. And you wanted to, so since we are using quotation only in the start and end, we are telling the string is starting here and ending here, but I want quotation in between. Okay, what do I do? So let me show one example. String 1 is equal to
Like you have to escape it.
Yeah. So I wanted to say he said he. So the ignore this. Okay, I want my intention is right like this. So he said he bought it. I want to highlight whatever he said. Okay, so I'm using double quotes inside it, but I will have issue while creating it because Python now doesn't understand. So this is starting here and ending here. Why does we have something else after that? Okay, so it is creating error sin from here. He bought it because it's ending. For
Can we
Python,
give
it is
double
standard.
quotes and single quotes in the middle and then double quotes at the end?
We can do that as well. So what I can do is, so now there is no error because I am telling a string is starting here and the string is ending here. So Python will go and find what is a when you are starting with the double quotes. When you're starting with the double quotes, Python will go till where the double quote is ending. It doesn't bother about what is there inside. It goes till here. Okay. Then it passes everything between as a string and as a value string and it assigns here. Okay. So in this case, what happened? It found opening double quotes. It went till it found the ending. It wanted to process everything here in between and then put it here. But again, followed by he found something. He was expecting empty the enter the return carriage, but it is finding something else, so it's giving us error. But here again, it's opening here and it goes until it finds double quotes. It doesn't bother about a single quote. Okay, I can print it now. You will see the same single quote is coming here. So we can escape as you said, but there is no need of escaping because we can do like this.
What if I want to use double quotes only?
I can do this way. So when it start with single quote,
Yeah.
Python will go tell where it finds the next single quote.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
What does escape mean?
Escape means in other languages, this is not allowed. So they use slash double quote. So whenever there is a slash, it understand the following is so whenever you see slash, the following is double quotes. It's not opening of a string. So here this is the double quote function is not to give double quotes, but its function is telling that starting of a string. And the this double quote is telling ending of a string. Okay, but when you give slash double quote, the language will understand that the function is not starting or ending, it's plain double quotes. That's all. The purpose is a character, double quote character.
Okay. So it means that it is that English double quote, it's not the code double quote.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So you
And
mean this escape is not allowed in Python?
there is no need to do escape, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the next topic is string operation. We are going to see some operations inside the string. Okay. So it's going to be interesting. I will start with string concatenation. We have seen this actually, but I will show in detail. So concatenation is combining multiple string together. So we saw when you use plus between two number, it is going to do addition. When you use plus between two strings, it is going to have one next to each other, append. So it's called concatenating, having one string followed by the another. Okay. It is nothing but we combine different string so that they will be added at the end of another string. Okay. So Sorry, there is no quotes. So now what I can do is print A plus B. It is going to give me, there's a problem. Okay, there is some issue with the print. It's not giving me the thing what I'm expecting. Okay, so this is called concatenation. One string followed by the another. You're placing the string B after string A. Okay, so when you do plus, it gives me like this. But what if I need a space? So I can give A comma B. Okay, let me do this in VS Code. I see some
You
strange
assigned
error.
one variable to print, right? So that's causing issue.
Maybe yeah. I've created one variable. Control slash. Now I can't do anything. So I will do it here. Okay, I've saved it. I'm just going to run it. I have the same error here.
You missed the one in the line 23.
23. What is
str1.
that?
You missed one.
But it should still print me this comma. Okay. Okay. So this is a difference. When you use plus, there is no space added. But when you use command, there is a space added. Got it? So this is string concatenation. So let me do one more thing. So here I'm just adding this whole line next to this name. Okay. So here I cannot use comma because if I use comma, there will be a space. Let me save this and run. So here you see whatever I have added after this is getting printed.
What is that backslash?
Here we are escaping it. I need not escape also. It is going to print me.
Okay.
Okay, so like since we also write another languages escape automatically it comes, but in Python we need not escape it. We need not use a backslash. So now name is like this, but I want space. Okay, so between the first and last name. Okay, actually this terminal will be displaying you like this, but in the real world, it will be like there will be a space. So how it will look at, I'm telling this, followed by there is one space, followed by this. I'm concatenating three different things. Okay. And, this is going to give me an error only. Print. Let me exit. Okay. I've given comma, so I need a space after this. Here you see a space, okay? And then I'm printing it. But in the above statement, I cannot give this. It is going to give me an error because this is string, but this is integer. You cannot concatenate both string and integer, right? Guys,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, you cannot concatenate string and integer. When you have two integer, it is going to do addition. If you're going to have two string, it is going to concatenate, but this is not allowed. That's why I use comma, and this is the difference using plus and comma in string concatenation. So here you see I'm concatenating three different string. So we have few more things with string operation. Let's continue that tomorrow, guys.